The research tells us that over 60s have concerns about the high rates in markets in regards to the property and also the high rates of divorce that seems to be happening, especially with the new online divorces that came into force last year. So that's a concern for over 60s. However, they haven't really done anything to safeguard their assets and protect their assets to make sure that that's not impacted on. The common issues that I face as a lawyer is clients don't really think about what would happen if their child was to get divorced in the future, or their grandchild, especially if their child isn't even married yet. But the reality is 42% of marriages will end in this way. People don't always put protections in place to safeguard their assets because they don't really think about divorce and how that could impact their estate. A lot of people aren't aware that even though inheritance is deemed as a non-matrimonial asset in a divorce case, it can sometimes be included in a divorce settlement, and people aren't always aware of that and how it could impact on their estate as well. So that's why people don't really think about putting it into protection. It is hard to separate emotional from kind of thinking realistically, logically about what you want to happen to your estate, because the process of thinking about what happens after you pass away is an emotional topic, one that people don't really want to think about, but it's important that you do think about that, because making a will is important to make sure that your assets are distributed and gifted in the way you would want them to. Parents and grandparents, they can ensure that the requests are followed by making a will. Make sure that your wishes are put down or are binding. People can go onto the Slater and Gordon website. We have lots of blogs and fact sheets about wills, inheritance and divorce.